All right, today we're talking about some intermediate shots that you must learn. These are absolutely essential. If you're not already learning them, you're probably learning a couple, but I want to go over them with you today. These are really going to help. Let's start with the topspin volley here at the net, the topspin roll, as you see, like this kind of thing. You've probably seen it a billion times. Here's how I want you to start this. If you're not used to topspin, put the ball out in front of you like this and get used to just brushing up against the back of the ball like this. See how that works. Just do this. Get used to the way this feels. Once you're comfortable, stand here on the line and just do this and then let go of the ball and see how that feels. What will happen is the ball will probably go into the net. That's what almost always happens when you start doing this for the first time. But start progressing, so just keep going and stand here and have someone hit it back to you, okay? So brush up and then keep doing that if you can. And don't worry about it being too perfect, but sit here, brush up on it, and try to get a little rally going by doing this same stroke. And if you go into your backhand, you can either hit it or you can just catch it. It doesn't really matter. But again, hold it out in front of you and then brush up. The key to doing this is trusting the topspin. It can be a little bit awkward, but really, in terms of the swing, you want to really have the confidence to get this paddle low and then brush up and swipe across your body. Okay, so watch, like that. See how I swiped across like that? Causes a ton of topspin. So focus on that. Get the paddle low and then kind of swipe across your body. And it's almost like I'm waving high to someone, right? So 45-degree angle down here, wave high. So stand here, and as you get better, you can really start to whip the ball like you're seeing. And if it bounces, you can practice your little ground strokes as well. It's the same concept. Okay. Okay, good. So you get to practice both the topspin volleys and the bouncing ones as well, the ground strokes. Another thing you can do is get that topspin grip going. So, you know, the Continental grip has this capital V pointing towards my chin. My fingers, rotate it to the right if you're a righty, left if you're a lefty. It's going to help to kind of flatten the paddle down to give you more of that angle. Your goal when it comes to this drill that we're doing here is to get this topspin going back as deep into the court as you can. You really need to start developing a drive on your returns. It's becoming extremely important. People are getting so good at the serve now that what's happening is people are trying to do little cuts and slices and so on, and it's just not working anymore. You're just going to end up hitting it short. You're also giving them topspin. Makes it really difficult for you. So you need to start developing a forehand drive, or basically a ground stroke. So the goal here is to stay still when you're doing the shot. Don't run forward and do the shot. That can be useful sometimes, but when it comes to a ground stroke, we need to make sure that we're sitting still. So you can drop serve this. It's just like a regular drop serve, really. Drop and then come through the shot, and make sure that your partner, make sure you have a drilling partner that wants to do the same kind of stuff, because you can literally do tens of thousands of these back and forth, and it's really good to do, okay? So in general, the mechanics of the swing, I have a full video on this, by the way. I'll link it up above, but you want to take the paddle back, pretend like you're hitting a fence, and when you step forward, pretend like you're blocking a flashlight on the ground with your non-dominant hand here, and then whip through the ball. And when you're done, you want to be facing forward. Your belt buckle should be pointing forward, okay? So just do this, okay? And really explode through the shot. And it's not about necessarily swinging hard. It's about using the proper mechanic. So stand back here. Focus on your footwork. Use those big muscles. Have the confidence to really rip your hips and your shoulders through the shot. Practice this. Please, please, please practice this. Ground strokes are so important now. Ground strokes are becoming more and more important. Not only are they important for the drive, but they're also important for the return on really hard serves. Now the flip side to all that is the two-handed backhand. Very quickly, the two-handed backhand, in terms of the basics here. Get used to holding the paddle with two hands pretty much no matter what. So in general, I recommend this being your ready position. Okay, take your paddle down as far down as you can. Take your left hand, your non-dominant, wrap the two fingers around, ring and middle finger, wrap your thumb over that, and then your index finger is right here on top. If you're at your house, if you're not doing anything, just sit here and swing this around, because you have to get used to the way this feels. It's gonna feel very weird at first. It's gonna feel lightweight to you, okay? So get used to that first and foremost. Footwork is the absolute key here. Shocker, I know. The way the footwork works, non-dominant, points towards the side like this. This is the first step. You have to do this because you have to allow the dominant to step over like that. So it's a two-parter, like this. When you take the paddle back, you're gonna pretend, again, like you're stabbing the fence. Let me show it to you like this. Step, step, and it's almost like I'm stabbing a fence like this, okay? That's what it's gonna feel like. So step, step, and then when you swing, twist with your dominant foot, twist and come all the way up here. The feeling is, you know, people did this when they won like a fight or something, like congratulations. Remember that whole thing? That's what it's gonna feel like when you finish. So when you take it back, you finish up here like this. Hopefully that made sense. Good luck practicing this. You're gonna screw up all the time. Don't worry about it. Be patient with yourself, please. Okay, not easy to do. And really allow the whippiness to happen. And if you're not comfortable with it, just do a little one-hander. Like that. I wasn't really comfortable with that one. Oh, another thing, forgot. You have to get pretty low on this one. So when you step and step, you got to get a little bit low. It's almost like you're taking a knee on your non-dominant knee. Here's the cool thing is that you can practice all of these things at once. If you're at home and you're just sitting around not doing anything, waiting on your pasta to cook, whatever, just sit there and practice that brush up motion with your paddle. Practice the feeling of the two-handed backhand. You can do a lot of this stuff at home without actually having to be on the court. Practice those ground strokes, guys. Trust me, it's gonna pay dividends later on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.